It's mock draft season. It's coaching search season. Well, not really coaching search season because the Cowboys don't really like to look for head coaching candidates. They just kind of pick the guy they like the best. We have one nice thing that the Cowboys front office can't take from us, and that's our mock drafts. And it's really up to us out there in the Cowboys verse to make this team better. I think blogging the boys with their 3-round mock draft did just that. So in this mock draft with the Cowboys' 12th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, blogging the boys select Tet McMillan, wide receiver, Arizona. And a couple names still on the board real quick: Ashton Jeanty, Jalen Walker, the pass rusher from Georgia, Luther Burden, the wide receiver from Mizzou. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty, the running back from Boise State. And as much as the running back conversation has changed over really this season and parts of last season, I do think wide receiver is more valuable, more useful to long-term success, especially when you have as many needs as the Cowboys do. But if you were mad about them passing on Ashton Jeanty, I certainly wouldn't argue with you. Now, I really like Tet McMillan. Some people probably like him even more than I do. And I do have certain concerns about obviously him needing to add weight. The play strength isn't always there when he's getting jammed at the line of scrimmage, when people are playing press coverage, how he's going to hold up on those 50-50 balls if he doesn't add a little bit to that 6'5", 212-pound frame. But right off the bat, the size is a matchup nightmare for smaller defensive backs. His height and long arms just are going to give him a natural advantage in jump ball situations, in red zone opportunities. And to pair with that, he has the ball skills. He can consistently track the ball down the field and make contested catches in tight coverage. And honestly, one of the first things that I thought when I just looked at his profile before I watched the film, I was concerned about how good of a mover he would be, and he was much better than I even expected, being 6'5". While he's not the most agile guy in the world, he's not the most crisp route runner, I do think he has a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of nuance to his game that kind of helps him gain separation, helps him after the catch. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb would still be your wide receiver one. With CeeDee being able to play anywhere, you just plug McMillan in where CeeDee's not, and you have another weapon that this Cowboys offense really needs. A red zone mismatch, a guy that can win vertically based on how he tracks the ball, the long strides, the straight line speed, and he would be someone that actually threatens the opposite side of the field. So I definitely wouldn't turn down a wide receiver with those traits, that size. Dallas doesn't have that, and Tet McMillan gives you a high-end wide receiver at number 12. And people, like I said, are going to be mad for the Cowboys on passing up on Ashton Jeanty. I've really started to watch the running back tape in this year's draft, and there's going to be a bunch of really good backs in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and even 5th round this year. So with that being said, let's go to pick number 44. And with the 44th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Travion Henderson, running back, Ohio State. And for all my running back people out there, there you go. This one's for you. I understand that there's a gap between Jeanty and Henderson. It's certainly there, but that doesn't mean that Henderson isn't a baller. Henderson gives me day one starter potential at number 44. I'm going to be interested to see how these running backs start stacking up throughout this entire process. See if anything comes out, any injuries, character concerns, stuff like that. But right now I have Jeanty, Hampton, Johnson, Henderson, and then Quinshon Judkins is right there behind Henderson as of right now. But what I like about Henderson, and probably gives him the nod over someone like Quinshon Judkins, is his ability as a 3-down back. He can really do it all. He's really good running to the edge. He gives you explosive playmaking. He can line up out wide, be a mismatch against linebackers in space. He can pass block, good vision, breaks tons of tackles. You guys name it, he can do it. And people are going to say, he can't break tackles like Ashton Jeanty. Jeanty's impossible to bring down. The gap is just too big. I will add in there, and I agree there's a gap. Henderson was in the 95th percentile in terms of yards after contact per attempt this year in college football. 7.2 yards per carry in 2024, and the wear and tear as a runner is actually pretty remarkable. 395 carries over 3 years at Ohio State, compared to other guys in this class being on carries 700, 800, 900 in college alone. But like we saw at Ohio State with Quinshon Judkins, I would like to see you pair Henderson with with another guy, give that similar 1-2 punch, and then I think you have yourself a really nice backfield. He's a player, and I think if the Cowboys pass on Genty after all the Cowboys buzz that he's gotten, people are going to be mad. But I think if you get Henderson, you watch him play, you get him out there on the field, see what he can do, people will start to be a little bit happier at least. So, got the wide receiver, got the running back. You're really starting to build this offense up, finally giving Lamb and Dak a little bit of help. So we went offense. All of my defensive people are probably freaking out right now, but don't worry. Blocking the boys, they got you. Football season might be winding down, but that doesn't mean the action has to stop. BetUS has you covered with everything from NBA, NHL to college hoops, UFC, and even soccer. So if you've got a feel for the game, why not put it to the test? There's always something to bet on, and the possibilities are endless. And here's the best part. When you sign up, BetUS hooks you guys up with a 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit, and then keeps the momentum going with 125% bonuses on your next two. That's a serious boost to keep the action rolling no matter the season. Whether it's the thrill of a buzzer beater, a last-second goal, or a knockout punch, BetUS makes every game feel like the biggest of the year. Why let the fun stop with football? Sign up today, snag those bonuses, and keep the momentum going all year long. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video, and please remember to bet responsibly. At 76th overall in the third round, the Dallas Cowboys select Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle, Tennessee. They need some good defensive tackle play. Norman Lott in the third round is a dream because you need help at 1 tech and 3 tech because we have no idea what's happening with Osa Odigizua. Chauncey Golston's a free agent, Carlos Watkins, Linval Joseph. We have no idea what the interior looks like post free agency. So assuming that the Cowboys just sit on their hands again, Dallas is going to have to address this in the draft. And Norman Lott addresses a lot. You like that? You like that play on words? But he really does. He addresses a lot with just 1 pick because he has position versatility. And he could be a 1 tech at times. He could be a 3 tech. It's really up to a coaching staff to move him around and let him work where he's best based on down and distance. So obviously, I love this pick. An 18.5% pass rush win rate in 2024. Absurd when you compare it to the Cowboys' interior now. He wasn't quite as good in run stop rate in 2024, but he definitely shows on film the tools to anchor, disengage, and get to the ball carrier. He had 8.5 tackles for loss in 2024 at Tennessee, and every single year he's played college football, he's continued to get better and better. So I really like this pick, and if the Cowboys can somehow pull this off in the draft, I think they might actually be onto something. They help the offense tremendously, they help the defensive interior a little bit, and of course, these picks do have to come with some sort of free agency movement on the Cowboys' part. Assuming that they do what they need to do, I think this is best case scenario, especially with McMillan falling down to number 12. The tools might be a little too much for him to fall that far, but CeeDee Lamb made it to pick 17, so nothing's completely impossible. Let me know what you guys think about this mock draft. I wanted to talk about it, one that's not mine, but that I really, really liked. What would you grade this draft? A+, A-, B+, B-? You guys let me know down below in the comments. I don't think you can really go below a B- in my opinion, but comment your answers, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Click right here for more draft videos. I have a ton on the channel. I love you all, and I'll see you over there.